begin with a little music. Sit back and relax. We begin where we are, right here. The poem for today is by M. Clare, Not in the Way. I opened the soft-boiled egg, ordinary, extraordinary, yolk more yellow than a dandelion, and it entered the field of white plate as quietly as a chaperone. While I, lips parted, body poised, thoughts hovering, was struck by the innocent display, and for a single solitary moment, I was surprisingly not in the way. Welcome to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for a pandemic. Today's theme is a higher adventure. It is Saturday, May 2nd, 2020. Today is my 44th day of doing these meditations live and daily, and I will continue through the shelter in place, which looks like June 1st. It's brought to you by myself, Reverend Eleesabeth Hager, and San Francisco Unity. Here we shelter in place together using the sound of nature. You can hear that in the background. The Moyo drum, which you just heard. A little singing bell. A little silence, a little science. Maybe some wind chimes. To support us in all of this. Sound meditation is a contemplative practice for listening better to that inner wisdom, the still small voice. The readings today are M. Clare, which you already heard. It's from her book, Silent, Sacred, Holy, Deepening Heart. Not in the Way. Amazing poem. About the extraordinary in the ordinary. And it's also my go-to daily word today is adventure, but also last month there was something about higher adventure, which is also sort of melding them together. And I'm going to mention rule number 27, which is joyous wager from my book. I think that's it. Yeah. So, Daily Word says today that my adventurous spiritual self is traveling through space and time on a great journey of growth and discovery. I like that. I call it time traveling. Our bodies are spaceships for traveling through the seasons of our lives. We have a higher self that can guide us, or we can have a 2-year-old driving. Or as Martha Creek might say, sometimes we have the 2-year-old driving. All of these ages are in me, are in us, our experiences at each point in our life. But who's going to guide you? Helen Keller's inspirational words, Daily Word again. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. So do we challenge ourselves to see us as an evolving soul with a destiny. Or maybe this one. I like this. Martin Luther said this, believe it or not. And he said, joyous wager, which is in my book number 27, gift number 27, joyous wager, which I say is an inherent belief in the goodness of the unseen, is a bet worth placing. An inherent belief in the goodness of the unseen is a bet worth placing. This was the quote from him. Faith is a free surrender and a joyous wager on the unseen, unknown, untested goodness of God. So, are you game for a higher adventure today? Welcome, everyone. Yes, welcome. Hafez would say, where everything we do is sacred. M. Claire, and her poem that I read, and I will read again, speaks to the extraordinary within the ordinary experiences. Also can be an adventure. So I'm going to speak a little bit about how to use sound meditation. And then I'll do the readings and then we'll begin. Sound is, we are vibration. So sound meditation is another way in to those places in us that are underneath the stories. Maybe they're underneath words, but we're holding them. And we need to soothe them. We need to heal them. We need to relax them. New research about trauma says that we hold all these things in our bodies. And sound vibrations, sound meditations are one way to get into those stories. Another favorite quote is by Seth Godin. The stories that got baked in deep before we knew we were in an oven. Sound is another tool for listening. Listening without judgment. I might strike a wrong note, or it might be the right note for me and the wrong note for you. This practice is about not making any of it wrong, just accepting it without judgment. And allow it, if it's annoying, allow it to just float on by. But I use a lot of sounds that are beautiful. It's like claiming that beauty. It's claiming that higher power, that the idea of beauty or the idea of love or healing or whatever it is that beautiful sounds bring up in you. Not making any of it wrong. And we also save a lot of time not holding grievance, waste of energy, complete waste of energy. We also can use images. The sounds of nature might bring up a beautiful image for you where it was a very relaxing day and you can go back to that place. Or principle. Grab a principle for your intention today, which we're about to set. So you can send the breath, you can send the image, you can send the sound to any place in your body that you need to have a communication with. My yoga teacher says that every pain or ache has a story. Follow the story. It will bring you, if you continue to do it, it will bring you insight into why you're holding tension there. So what is your intention today? What is your intention for life as a higher adventure? I'm going to give you 3 bells to think about that. And then we will make the readings and then we'll begin. Weave that intention into your next 20 minutes with every breath. Every time you find yourself drifting, come back to that intention. And we begin. Any good gardener knows how to play in the mud of mystery. We listen with both our hearts and our minds. I commit today to expressing my higher self and living my life as an adventure. I make an inner journey of it to explore my higher self, or perhaps as my higher self, to expand my understanding of my spiritual nature. Every step along my path of self-exploration is a step to better express who I am and to value the knowledge and perspective others bring to our united experience of life. I commit to expressing my higher self and living my life as an adventure. I let my divine nature guide me in all I say and do. In this way, I am able to recognize the good in all people in the world, even in a pandemic. To recognize the good in the world as it is. The world as it is. With each breath, I see more than my eyes. With each breath, my thoughts and feelings grow lighter and brighter. With each breath, I shift my awareness into my higher being, the higher self that is unlimited, and I rise higher and see better. Not in the way. M. Claire. I opened the soft-boiled egg, ordinary, extraordinary, yolk more yellow than a dandelion, and it entered the field of white plate as quietly as a chaperone, while I, lips parted, body poised, thoughts hovering, was struck by the innocent display, and for one single solitary moment, I was surprisingly not in the way. Let's take that into our meditation today. Let's take our first breath of gratitude. Breathe it in through the heart. Let it light you up. And exhale. Breathe another breath of gratitude. Whatever's up for you today, whatever you're grateful for, breathe it in. And exhale all that has expired in you. place, to this moment. Drop down, center down, to the kingdom of God within. Find yourself drifting, gather yourself back. Return to your center. Home. Drop down. I opened the soft-boiled egg. Ordinary. Extraordinary. Yolk more yellow than a dandelion, and it entered the field of white plate as quietly as a chaperone, while I, lips parted, body poised, thoughts hovering, was struck by the innocent display, and for one single solitary moment was surprisingly not in the way. I opened the soft-boiled egg. Ordinary, extraordinary. Yolk more yellow than a dandelion. And it entered the field of white plate as quietly as a chaperone, while I, lips parted, body poised, thoughts hovering, was struck by the innocent display, and for a single solitary moment I was surprisingly not in my way. We remember this place where we see with our hearts, this place of light, this place of a higher adventure. Remember this place called home, of sweetness, health, of the light that illuminates and destroys the viruses of fear. We remember this place. With each breath we reset. We remember this place. We are the gardeners of our lives. We remember this place. I'm going to end with a poem by St. Francis of Assisi. It's called Like Roots. Our hands imbibe like roots, so I place them on what is beautiful in this world, and I fold them in prayer, and they draw from the heavens light. Thank you so much for joining me today, where we shelter in place together daily, every morning. Join me again, Reverend Eleesabeth. Have a blessed day.